course, there's news of the day. We're getting closer. The preseason starts in about a month. Yeah. So training camp we're looking at in about 2 weeks. We'll see training camp starting up a little over 2 weeks from now. So we're not that far out. We're not as far out as it may appear. You're out there, you're enjoying your summer, everything's going great, and then all of a sudden it's getting kind of cooler out. Oh crap, fall's coming. It's coming. And some good news is that while the NHL has an out from the current collective bargaining agreement on September 1st, the NHLPA can announce that they want out of the agreement on September 15th. So far, the talks between the players and the NHL have been great, to the point where Bill Daly is saying they're very optimistic about either extending the current agreement. They can extend it beyond the 10 years. They can make some small tweaks as well and maintain it. Or if they do decide to come up with a new agreement, there's really no concern about losing time. And the biggest key, the biggest difference between now, I think, and the last agreement is, I think there are very few, if any, players left who had bad feelings towards the NHL from the lost season in 2004-2005. The relationship that the NHLPA had with the owners coming out of that feud, with each other coming out of that as well. I remember a lot of arrows being thrown around between players and each other and the trust that was in charge of the NHLPA at the time for what they believed was the NHLPA selling them out. And selling them out after a year that they'd lost to end up accepting a salary cap, which was the one thing that they said they would never accept. Now, almost every player currently in the league is played under a salary cap, so that's no longer a problem. And according to Bill Daly, the one thing that they held out for in the last agreement was fair split of the revenues, and the NHL feels they have that now. So the NHL's happy with the agreement, and if the players say they're not happy with the agreement, they risk fans saying, you're making how much money and you're not happy with this agreement? So there may be some minor things to iron out, but right now it looks like we may find no lockout waiting for us next year. So that's the good news. There's been no bad words spoken. Both sides have said it's been very, very homogenous. They're all getting along. Everything's going great, and it looks like they want to keep things in place. Again, they want to get a good agreement in the U.S. on TV, and if they have a lockout, they're not going to get it. They want to have everything continue to flow in the direction it's going. This league's making more and more money every year. If they go into a lockout, they lose that. They can't afford it. Winnipeg. Let's talk about the Jets for a second. Jets fans, I want to know how you guys feel about this. Patrick Laine coming out and saying, yeah, the Jets haven't talked to me all summer. And when asked about continuing to play as a member of the Winnipeg Jets, he kind of hems and haws about it. Sort of like, yeah, I guess. Sure. I guess so. Sure. I want to be a Jet. Sure. And again, this maybe it's a translation thing. Maybe, exactly, right? Because this time of year we get all these interviews with the Europeans that we go through with a fine-tooth comb, and sometimes the things they said aren't exactly the way they appear. But the fact that Laine and the Jets aren't talking, I think, goes back to rumors that his ask is over $10 million or $10 million as a base, and Kevin Cheveldayoff may look at that and go, "That's not a negotiating start. We can't do that." Keep in mind, goals scored by a player under the age of 21, goals scored by a player who is just in his third year. For third-year players, I think he's sixth all-time in goals scored by a player who's only played 33 years in the NHL. So the Jets need to be careful. While Laine didn't have a fantastic season this past year, year 4 could be huge for him. And he says he's been working on his skating, he's been working on his game in the offseason, and he started doing this as soon as they got eliminated from the playoffs. So we'll see what happens with Laine. I would say get it negotiated, Kevin Cheveldayoff. Robin Leonard debuted a Same Here mask, so it's a mask that says Same Here on the side, and it's to keep the mental health conversation going. He still says there's not enough said about it, and I agree, and that's something that I've been vocal about on this channel, that I've had struggles. I've had plenty of people talk to me, whether it's via email or in person, about struggles they've had in their lives and how important this channel has been to them going through those struggles. We need to keep this conversation going. We can't just have 1 month a year where you can call a certain number, or just let's talk day and all this, and just the rest of the year it's kind of forgotten. And I don't hold that against the media, and I don't hold that against anybody in particular, but it is a conversation we need to keep going, and kudos to Robin Lehner for doing so, with something like his goaltending mask as an example. Buffalo made their fans very happy today. First of all, they revealed the 50th anniversary jersey, which has gold all over it. It's a gold Buffalo. I will have it. It looks fantastic. It really does. And this is why Canuck fans were really kind of ticked at the way the Canucks did their 50th. Because it just feels like the Canucks are just playing it safe. We're going to go back. We're going to go to the skate jersey. We got this new third, which is kind of a throwback to the stick-and rink. But, yeah, Buffalo knocked it out of the park with that 50th anniversary jersey. I know there's people who may not like it. I think it looks fantastic. And to make their fans even happier, they've announced that their regular home and away jerseys will go back to royal blue rather than the navy blue that they currently sport. So they're going back to their original color, and their fans should be happy about that. They've called for it for years. I don't see a huge difference between the royal blue and the color that they use now, which I believe is a dark navy. But Buffalo fans get what they want, to which Canuck fans will go, when's it our turn to get what we want? And then you ask them, well, what do you want? And Canuck fans in unison answer with at least 6 different answers, because we don't have the same answer. Some want the Johnny Canuck, some want the skate back, some want the stick and rink back, some love the Orca, but they like the other colors. So don't ask that question. You're going to get a million different answers from fans. NHL 20 finally has added the ability to hire and fire coaches. Holy crap, how long in GM mode have we wanted this? Like, seriously. It's insane. There used to be, back when I played it on the computer, NHL 2004, I seem to remember having certain cases where your assistant coaching would make your team better. So you could upgrade your coach, your assistant coach, you could upgrade your training, and you'd actually see a difference in the team on the ice. You'd go, wow, that player developed so much faster because the training is up here for this team. Oh, this team's underperforming because my training facility's down here. It's 16 years later, and we finally have head coaches that should affect the outcome of the games on the ice. What the hell? Why did it take this long? My biggest complaint with EA Sports is they give us all the things we want back in 2004, and all of it offline. You need to be online for any of it. And now here we are 16 years later, and if it doesn't involve a microtransaction, they don't seem to care. That's been my experience. That I like this feature. Oh, microtransactions are involved. I don't like what this feature's had. It feels like they've neglected it. Oh, they don't make money on that. So, and I don't blame the developers. I don't blame the people working there. This is a company thing. This is a video games complete industry deal that's going on, where the industry is towards, well, can we make money on that? Nah, well, we'll put it in the game, but just bare bones. Put all your money into where we can get microtransactions and those whole loot boxes, which there's all kinds of controversy all around the globe about whether or not they're gambling. Yes, they're gambling. Battle Royale mode's been added as well, which of course is Fortnite inspired, so Patrick Laine is going to be on the cover next year. I might give him something to do while he's waiting to talk to the Jets about a contract. So, yeah, Battle Royale is in, and I can't wait to see the arguments about that. They're saying that they're giving you 4 or 5 different modes to play. And they named off all these modes, and every mode they named in this big press release, they're all online. Every last one of them is an online mode. Not that I don't think that seeing my players do the floss after they win a game wouldn't be amazing, and I don't want to spend money to see it. But my God, I'd love to see a really good Be a GM mode. Really, really good franchise mode that's really rich and allows me to really customize a league and make it fantastic. And I know franchise hockey is an online game that people talk to me about, like, hey, you should just play the franchise hockey game. Is pretty darn good. And someday I'm going to sit down and play one out and do a live stream while I play it. But EA Sports has like billions of dollars to make this work. Maybe it's not billions, but they have the money to make it work. Anyhow, look forward to the Fortnite inspired. Now, does that mean they're going to parachute in? Are people actually going to parachute in? And are they going to have like their sticks aimed like guns? Is that what's going to happen? Anyways, on to the Carolina Hurricanes, these guys. Williams is still on the fence regarding returning for season number 19. So the Carolina Hurricanes clearly still in contact with him. They're like, hey, there's a roster spot here if you want it. You want to come back, just let us know. I like that. I like that the veteran is being told, hey, we've got a spot, no rush. Whenever you want to decide, you decide. Let us know. We want you back. I'd love to see Williams come back. Either way, there's hints that the Storm Surge will return for the regular season in 2019-2020, with or without Williams there to give suggestions and to help guide it. And finally, the Tampa Bay Lightning fans, you've got some good news here. Victor Hedman says he's fine. Hedman says he's 100%, says if he wasn't 100%, he wouldn't already be, training and on the ice. He feels great. And if Victor Hedman feels great, and if he's capable of playing a full 82 games like only Victor Hedman can, he is the best defenseman in the National Hockey League. And I'm not sure that it's necessarily all that close from year to year. We'll see how close it is this year, but if he's 100%, that goes a long way to making sure that Tampa Bay's goals against and their overall defense is going to be fantastic. So there you go, sort of a news of the day kind of thing. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. If you're browsing your way through, you just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.